giant sea turtle accidentally buried itself alive in the mud while trying to dig a nest for her eggs. Luckily, a passing man spotted her just in time and rushed to dig her out of the thick sand. Once the heavy weight was lifted, the freed turtle instinctively flapped her flippers, as if saying thank you to her savior. With the man's careful escort, she successfully made her way back into the long-awaited ocean. However, the crisis on the beach wasn't over yet. Not long after, the man discovered another giant sea turtle deeply buried in the mud nearby. She was massive, and it took the help of his friends to finally heave the heavy turtle out of the mud. But because she had been trapped for way too long, the turtle was completely weak, breathing her last breaths and looking utterly exhausted. He quickly told his friend to grab some fresh water and poured it over her body. As the cool water washed over her head, she finally mustered the strength to slowly lift her neck. Only then did the man see the real tragedy. A giant fishhook was caught inside her mouth. This hook had starved her out and left her with zero strength, making it the real culprit behind why she got stuck while nesting. To save her as quickly as possible, the guy grabbed a wooden block, trying to get her to bite down on it. Due to the intense pain, the turtle initially resisted by instinct, but after sensing the human's kindness, she fought through the agony and cooperatively opened her mouth. Looking deep into her open jaws, the hook was fully visible. Finally, after hours of an intense and precise operation, the man successfully removed it. Cheating death, the turtle let out a huge sigh of relief, with tears of gratitude filling her eyes. The man then safely escorted her back into the ocean. And while diving, a man spotted a giant sea turtle. As he swam closer, he realized its mouth and front flippers were deathly tangled in thick fishing line. With zero time to waste, the man whipped out his dive knife to slice the line and worked with his team to haul the massive creature to the surface. They immediately contacted a wildlife rescue center, and rescuers rushed to the scene. Working together, they heaved the turtle onto the boat and sped off to the hospital. However, the moment the X-ray results flashed on the screen, the room went dead silent. The fishing hook had migrated deep into the turtle's chest cavity, sitting mere inches from its heart, meaning a single second's delay could be fatal. The operation dragged on for hours, with every second being a literal race against death. Miraculously, the hook was successfully extracted, and she just needed a few days to make a full recovery. But since the facility lacked the equipment for her long-term rehab, the staff had to release her back into the ocean early. But then the unthinkable happened. A year later, when the man went diving in the exact same waters, he spotted a sea turtle but couldn't be entirely sure if it was his old friend. Suddenly, the giant turtle swam directly above him, gently touching him with her massive flippers, as if speaking a silent thank you for dragging her back from the brink of death. While out at sea, some fishermen spotted a group of unusual giant sea turtles tightly tangled up in a fishing net. Fighting for survival, the turtles swam with all their might toward the fishing boat. The lead fisherman saw this, didn't hesitate for a second, and jumped right into the water. They quickly hauled the group of turtles over to the side of the boat. Then they grabbed some knives and tried to cut through the net. The netting was way tougher than they expected, but they refused to give up and soon managed to free the first giant turtle. This success gave them a massive boost of confidence to keep going. Even though the struggling turtles were completely exhausted and the fishermen were pushing past their own physical limits, they finally succeeded in cutting the net and saving every single turtle. But the next day, when the man went diving, the turtle actually recognized him and brought him a jellyfish as a gift to show its gratitude. A sea turtle was on the brink of death. Its mouth was completely covered in dense barnacles, which had severely affected its ability to eat. If left untreated, it would sooner or later starve to death. The fisherman did not hesitate. Although pulling the barnacles off by hand was incredibly difficult, he gave up using sharp modern tools to avoid causing secondary injuries to the turtle. After more than half an hour of hard work, the barnacles inside the turtle's mouth were finally cleared away. Right after that, he started working on the barnacles attached to its shell. Thanks to the fisherman's meticulous care, the barnacles on the turtle's back were gradually completely removed. Having narrowly escaped death, the sea turtle finally let out a huge sigh of relief, shedding tears of gratitude. The fisherman then released the turtle back into the ocean, giving it a true second lease on life. Just as the fisherman was getting ready to start working, something unbelievable happened. The old turtle he just saved actually swam back, and seeing its strange behavior, the experienced fisherman knew right away that something was wrong, so he decided to dive in and take a look. He was absolutely stunned by what he saw. A whole group of sea turtles had gathered on the ocean floor, and at the very bottom, a massive, ancient giant turtle was raising its head in sheer agony, with a lethal fishing line wrapped tightly inside its mouth. The fisherman quickly pulled out his dive knife and slashed right through the fishing line. The giant turtle finally broke free from its shackles and regained its freedom. Desperate to escape the agony of killer barnacles, this giant sea turtle actually flipped onto its back, frantically waving for human help. The man quickly dragged the sea turtle ashore. By now, its head and body were completely taken over by thick clusters of barnacles. The man and his buddy quickly carried it onto the beach and immediately started clearing them away. The man used his tools to carefully scrape them off while his friend kept rinsing the area with water next to him. The turtle stayed completely still and cooperated the entire time. There were a few massive barnacles on its head with an incredibly strong grip, making it impossible for the turtle to remove them on its own. After finishing the cleanup, the man was shocked during a routine check to find a foreign object jammed inside the turtle's mouth. So he quickly told his friend to contact the rescue team. They discovered it wasn't just a simple object. A fishhook had caught deep inside its throat, making it extremely difficult to remove quickly. By this time, the turtle's body began to tremble slightly from the intense pain. Fortunately, the rescuers finally located the exact position of the hook. The sharp pain from the hook caused the turtle to bite down hard on a wooden board. This also made the rescue operation much more difficult. The turtle started to thrash from the pain, but with a final precise pull, they successfully managed to get the hook out. Afterward, they rushed to transport the sea turtle to a rescue hospital. Following a full day of medical treatment, the remaining barnacles were completely removed, and the wounds on its back were thoroughly disinfected with antiseptic. The sea turtle could finally take deep breaths again. Ultimately, the man brought the turtle back to the original spot, releasing it back into the ocean where it truly belongs. This 350-pound sea turtle actually swam up to a human boat on its own for help just to escape the deadly torture of barnacles. Luckily, a fisherman spotted it and rushed to haul the big guy onto the boat. By this time, the turtle was completely covered in barnacles, with even its mouth and flippers tightly sealed shut. Once the fisherman got it settled, he and his buddy immediately grabbed pocket knives and carefully started scraping the barnacles off its chin. Perhaps sensing the human's kindness, the turtle was incredibly cooperative the entire time without any resisting or struggling at all. Since there was no professional equipment on board, the fishermen could only clean it up to this point for now. Though they couldn't scrape it perfectly clean, it would at least greatly lighten the burden on its body. Just as the fisherman was getting ready to release it back into the ocean, an even more heartbreaking detail was noticed. A strange foreign object was actually stuffed inside its nostril. The fisherman immediately brought over a pair of pliers, clamped down hard on the exposed end, and with every single tug, the turtle let out painful cries from the intense agony. But if they didn't pull it out, it would be suffocated alive sooner or later. The fisherman steeled his heart and gave a hard pull, and a long, thin straw was yanked right out. After treating the turtle's wound, the fisherman finally released it back into the sea. Given a second lease on life, the big guy immediately waved its flippers as if saying goodbye. A sea turtle actively swam up to a diver, seemingly wanting the diver to help clear the barnacles off its body. The turtle fully trusted the diver, staying completely calm and cooperative throughout the entire cleaning process. But halfway through the cleaning, the turtle suddenly flinched. Could its rock-hard shell actually feel pain too? As it turns out, a turtle's shell is connected to its central nervous system, so it can clearly feel even the gentlest touch. Barnacles secrete an incredibly strong bioglue that locks them tight onto the shell, making them not only extremely hard to remove, but also leaving the turtle in pure misery. If the barnacle count gets too high, the turtle will find it harder and harder to swim, eventually even dying from a total loss of mobility. It is not just turtles when barnacles grow on a lobster, they also prevent its tail from bending properly. So when people catch these lobsters, they often help clean off the barnacles. And once they are done, they will even slip it a little snack to take back home. Once the diver cleared away every single barnacle, the turtle didn't swim off right away, instead lingering nearby for a moment as if saying thank you to the diver. And if this touched your heart, leave a like.